Classic KIIS FM.
Get all gnarled out and glossy, man. 721 Beach Boys.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Wouldn't it be nice? Beach Boys. I'm not going to tell you how old that is. It's 7:23. Your attention, please. It is 7:23, and the man that was honored last week, the Kidney Foundation, gave him a bronze kidney. Here is the coach, Charlie Wright, in a bizarre side of sports.
If I only had two, I could have bookends now, right? The Coach brought to you by All Sports, America's biggest daily sports page. Now just 25 cents at your local newsstand. By the way, Rick, you're not doing all the TV. On Thursday of this week, I have been asked to make an appearance on Channel 9's Mid-Morning L.A. That's the day after tomorrow, to talk about, guess what?
That's great.
I'm going to talk about scandals.
That was, and that is, the simple truth.
Well, not those kind of scandals, not political scandals. Scandals in sports. There have been some biggies. I'm going to talk about some big scandals that may be brewing in the months ahead, like maybe Hollywood Henderson. Remember, Hollywood Henderson says he's going to write a book about all the drug use on the Dallas Cowboys. Would that blow some lids off?
Ow.
Listen, when you talk about scandals, you have to look at the L.A. Rams. Their actions in the Eric Dickerson situation is scandalous to me. Dickerson, you know, was the second pick in the draft. He wants to be paid less than the number one draft choice, John Elway. But he wants to be paid more than the number three pick, Kurt Warner. Makes sense. The Rams are trying to lowball Eric Dickerson in contract talks. The Rams front office apparently thinks the rookie will knuckle under and sign.
It'll never happen.
I don't think it will either. GM Ray Nagel, who's looking more like a football version of Bowie Kuhn all the time, says, we anticipate that he'll be a Ram. Well, meantime, Dickerson is seriously negotiating with the L.A. Express of the USFL. They flew him here Monday. He's with them again today. One way or the other, Dickerson may be playing his pro ball in Southern California, but perhaps not with the Rams. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Times goes right on advertising its charity game August 6th, the Rams versus the Chargers, using Eric Dickerson as a key ticket-selling name.
The most odious.
Yes.
The biggest hype.
Yes, they shouldn't do that. A suggestion this morning from a Major League Baseball player, Juan Bonilla of the Padres, says instead of big fines and suspensions, the commissioner should institute mandatory classes on drug abuse for every major leaguer. Bonilla says it should be made part of spring training. Juan says if you start running guys out of the sport for drug abuse, you'll soon have no game at all. Now, the coach spoke to the Dodger offices yesterday on the telephone about my story on possible drug problems in the organization.
What did they say? I got to know what they said.
The Dodgers say they want to get to the bottom of any such problem. They want to help the persons involved and help clean up any possible problems for the sake of the team and for the sake of Major League Baseball.
What did you tell them was involved?
Zinc pyrithione.
Oh, my God.
Pentasodium triphosphate.
Oh, no.
Hydroxyphil methacellulose.
Meantime, on the field, the Dodgers pulled a game right out of the jaws of defeat. Dodgers put Fernando in a big hole, allowing 4 unearned runs. Listen to this. On one unbelievable play last night, the Cardinals scored 3 runs on a wild pitch with the bases loaded. Actually, the runners from third and second scored on the wild pitch by Dave Stewart. The runner from first scored came all the way around the final 90 feet on a bad throw to the plate by catcher Steve Yeager.
Is that Dodger blue?
Well, I don't know if it is or not. But in the ninth, with 1 out and nobody on, the Cardinal relief ace Bruce Sutter on the mound, sack singles, Landreau doubles, Dusty Baker hits the game-winning 2-run home run. Baker was 4 for 5, 2 of them home runs, had 4 RBI. The Angels, on the other hand, came from ahead and lost to Detroit. California scored 3 in the top of the first, but Detroit scored 6 in the bottom of the first, went on to beat the heck out of us 12-6.
Why can't the Angels get on a roll?
Well, they've won 2 of their last 4. They're all right. 500 on the road's all right. Texas moves a game in front of us now with a 15-inning win over Milwaukee. I am indeed the coach, Charlie Wright, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball.
And a sports with the coach, also brought to you by
Bud Light. Bring out your bed.
I have one good thing for you. It is the traffic information, because we have a new computer with Ernie Garcia, and they are next.
And get what you were driving for.
It's Rick Dees in the morning, 7:29, and yes, we do have a computer. We have Ernie Garcia, Liz, Rugburns, Fulton, all together here.
Good morning, Ernie. What's up?
Liz, on the freeways right now, it is accident-free. On the northbound
Long Beach Freeway transition to northbound Santa Ana Freeway. There is a delay there, and that's due to a stalled truck partially blocking the number 1 lane. Looking at the westbound Santa Monica Freeway, traffic slowing at Cloverfield on the northbound Harbor Freeway. You'll find slow traffic at 76th Street and also at Martin Luther King Boulevard. Out in Orange County, 1 accident to report. City of Costa Mesa on the transition road, southbound 405 to the northbound Newport Costa Mesa Freeway. That accident involves 2 vehicles blocking the number 1 lane, and there are no injuries to report. From the CHP, this is Officer Ernie Garcia.
Southland weather will be sunny and hot today. Not quite as hot as it was yesterday. We expect highs around 92, hitting 106 in the valley areas with overnight lows in the upper 60s. Nice beach weather. Water temperature of about 71 degrees right now. And at 7:30, it is 71 degrees. I'm Liz Fulton for KIIS FM.
LA's music, KIIS FM.
It is 7:35. 25 minutes until 8:00 yawn. Rick Dees in the morning. I got a special call going into Richard Simmons. Also, the Dees quiz coming up next.
In the middle of
Our house madness. Rick Dees in the morning at 7:38. If you're setting a clock or a watch, it is exactly to the second. 22 minutes until 8 o'clock. If you have to be there at 8, Liz Fulton says you have
22 minutes
to get there. Coming up, we have the latest from the Heine Winery in beautiful downtown Inglewood, and also this bewitching question for you. I've been off on Bewitched for a couple of weeks now. I've just, something about Elizabeth Montgomery drives me crazy.
It's the nose, right?
What a beautiful woman. Yeah, the twitch, I think. Elizabeth Montgomery had something extra as sorceress Samantha Stevens on Bewitched. She also doubled as her fun-loving cousin. What was her cousin's name? All right? She doubled as her cousin. What was her cousin's name on Bewitched? All right? Okay. You let us know, and the number to call is 520-102.7, and in the 714, it's 977-102.7. The answer next.
P. Auto.
It's Rick Dees in the morning, 7:41, 19 minutes until 8 o'clock. All right. Now, Elizabeth Montgomery, Bewitched. Great TV series. She was a sorceress, Samantha Stevens, but she also doubled. She played the same part. She doubled as her fun-loving cousin. What was the cousin's name? And if you're really on top of reruns, who received credit for playing her cousin? All right? As the credits roll at the end. Oh, this is going to be a good one. All right. You don't have to answer both of them. I just want to see if you're into it as much as I am. Okay. The answer, please. No, I'm sorry. That's wrong. All right. What is the answer, please?
Serena?
All right. You're saying Serena?
Yeah.
Bingo. You're right.
All right.
It is Serena. Who's this?
Alfred Renteria in El Monte.
Well, hello, Alfred. How are you?
Fine.
Well, great. Are you getting ready to kiss at work?
Yep. I'm going to go right now.
Well, when you go in today, remember to say this, Alfred.
Yo no tengo tiempo para ti.
Wherever you go. Okay, Serena.
Yep.
Now, on the credits at the end, do you know who received credit for playing Serena? Time's up. It's Pandora Sparks. If you'll notice that when they rerun, the pseudonym, of course, for Elizabeth Montgomery, the credits at the end, Pandora Sparks. You check that and see if I'm not right. And, Alfred, thank you so much for listening to the show we have for you. You're going to love this. 2 tickets to one of the greatest shows of the year, Dream Girls. Have you heard about that? Dream Girls. You and somebody special go to the Schubert Theater, compliments of KIIS FM, and have a great time. 7:43.
Rick Dees in the morning, KIIS FM.
102.7 KIIS FM. Rick Dees in the morning, 7:46. 14 minutes until 8:00 yawn. He's there?
Yes.
Terrific. All right, supposed to be calling Richard Simmons, his 35th birthday today, and I just... Great. Oh.
Ladies, it's Tushy time. How are you? Oh, up, down, up, down.
Hello.
Okay, now the other eyelid.
Richard.
Hello.
Richard, happy birthday to Richard Simmons on his 35th.
Oh, well, you know, that's so nice of you. Oh, I love you.
No kissing, Richard. This is Rick Dees in the morning. I just wanted to call. A little bird told me you're
Ladies, blow it out, blow it out.
Richard.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
35 today. You just sound so energetic.
Well, thank you so much. You're so nice to call today. Oh, Oh, I love you.
Any special plans for your birthday, Richard?
Well, yes, I'm going to Monte Carlo today.
You're flying to Monte Carlo for your birthday?
No, stupid. I'm spending the morning with Monty and the afternoon with Carlo. Gotta go.
2. You have a choice.
102.7 KIIS FM and Rick Dees in the morning. It is now 7:49, 11 until 8 o'clock. Kajagoogoo on KIIS FM. 102.7 KIIS FM, that's Kajagoogoo and Too Shy. It's 7:53, 7 minutes until 8:00 yon, and we heard from the Colorado River that they're going to be fogging for mosquitoes there because they have the waters receding now at the Colorado, where it actually just went way up on the banks this year, the highest it's ever been, I understand. And you think you have problems if you're going to be fogging at the Colorado River. How'd you like to be on the Mississippi River in Burlington, Iowa? Oh, are you sure this is right, Liz?
It's absolutely right. It's 100% true, and it's really gross.
Millions of, just quoting, smelly, sticky fish flies are all over the place. The highways, they're piling up. Yeah, windows. Oh, gee.
In fact, they even had to close a bridge across the Mississippi because it was covered with those sticky flies.
Oh, my gosh.
Yuck.
That's all you can say. Anyway, they're all over the place. They had to close a bridge because of that, and at least we're not there in Burlington, Iowa. Please. 7:53, here's an update from Liz.
Well, we've got some weirdness going on possibly, too. Remember the Jupiter effect? It took place in 1982 with the alignment of the planets on one side of the sun. A lot of people said it was to bring massive worldwide earthquakes, but it really didn't do too much of anything. Now we have 2 California researchers who are saying a 19-year cycle of gravity could set up major earthquakes in or around the year 1987. They said in the British science weekly Nature that when this occurs, the Earth, Moon, and Sun line up in such a way as to affect the Earth, and they note that that cycle seems to have been in force around earthquakes here in 1952 and in 1971. Robert Steinberg, the attorney who claims to have sex tapes of Vicki Morgan and top government officials, is offering those tapes to President Reagan. Steinberg has said that there are 6 men involved, indicating that 1 is a U.S. congressman, 2 federal appointees, 2 are businessmen who rank in the top 100 of the Fortune 500, and the other is the late Arthur Bloomingdale, who was President Reagan's confidant. It is 7:55. We'll take a look at sports and traffic in just a minute on KIIS FM.
Afternoon off.
7:57 at KIIS FM. We're going to take a look at our freeway conditions now with Ernie Garcia from the CHP. Ernie, what's up?
Liz, it's very busy on LA County freeways right now. From the CHP, this is Officer Ernie Garcia.
At least they're on their toes there at the CHP this morning, Liz. Ernie's back into it and everything.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Those boys really know how to pee on their toes.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
KIIS FM Sports at 7:58 now with the coach, Charlie Wright.
Listen, we all make mistakes. I know I made one in 1974. I thought I made a mistake, and I didn't, and that was my mistake. But the Herald Examiner today has the 10-3 headline score for the Angels' loss last night. That's incorrect. They did not lose 10-3.
The Herald Examiner?
Big headlines. The Angels lose 10-3.
Who does?
They lost 12-6.
Let's find out who does
They
the
weren't
scores.
even close.
Let's find out who does the scores over there. And
Well, you know, they have a different person who does headlines.
Right.
Somebody files a story, and then some guy glances through it and sees what he thinks is a great headline. This was not. This was not a great headline.
So the Herald Examiner is wrong. What is the correct score?
12-6, we lost. Either way, we lost, right?
Of the Angels game.
Of the Angels. Now, the Dodgers came from behind and pulled one out in the bottom of the ninth. 2-run home run by Dusty Baker, and the Dodgers win it 7-6. Incredible, incredible achievement. That Russian diver who struck his head on the platform over the weekend, still critical in a coma in a Canadian hospital. Kareem, still a Laker, still negotiating with the Bulls. Who knows what will happen today. And coming up at 8:22, which team is the greatest college football team ever? The argument's underway. I have an answer. I'm the coach, Charlie Wright, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball.
Southland weather is going to be sunny and hot, not quite as warm as it was yesterday with downtown highs in the low to mid-90s. Valleys will top 100, about 105. Overnight lows in the upper 60s. Right now, 7:59, 71 degrees. I'm Liz Fulton for KIIS FM.